Hello everybody, my name is Lynx and welcome back to Warframe, and today I've got the Knell with me. Now this has been a very quick kind of build. I haven't put any forma on this. I've just kind of built it and put some mods on it, and that was it. Ignore that. Basically I've kind of just done a really basic build, and this is something that you could probably do. This is an MR10 I believe weapon, and if you don't want to put forma on it, you definitely don't have to. This is the build that I'm going with. It's very trash, I'm aware. I got multi-shot, barrel diffusion, lethal hornet strike, which are the mods you absolutely have to have on every single weapon. I really do need to get around to maxing out a hornet strike, because it's kind of sad that I just haven't yet. I've got hydraulic crosshairs, which you'll see for a certain reason in a minute. Target cracker for more critical damage. Pistol gambit for more critical chance. This is a crit-based weapon. Again, if I were to format this, there would probably be a VVV and then put more mods over here. But I will probably do that later. I have other stuff to do. I have about 4 other things I have to level up in Arcwing for extra mastery. And I'm working on a couple of videos in terms of Riven mods. But other than that, I'll probably do more stuff with this later. So anyway, I got distracted a little bit. This weapon came out with Harrow, and it was pretty much designed with Harrow in mind, because for different reasons I'll show in a minute. So if I spawn in an enemy, I'll go ahead and just do one heavy gunner. Here we go. And if I go over here, basically one of the reasons this is designed with Harrow in mind is because you go like this, and well, if it actually hits them. Now it's crowd controlled. In the exact pose you need to hit headshots. Now, if you don't know what this weapon does, once you hit a headshot, this scope changes, and you can see the little dial around the edges there, the little meter there that goes down as time goes on. This basically means that you have a certain amount of time to have unlimited ammo. So if I just do this one more time, it goes like that, and the health's going down pretty decently fast, I guess. As you keep hitting headshots, the meter does keep going on, and you can see why now I have hydraulic crosshairs, because this weapon does pretty much require you to get headshots a lot. And you know what? If I'm honest, this is actually pretty cool. However, I find it to be a little bit of a last chance scenario, because to be honest, you're not going to be finding a lot of use in something unless it's standing still like that guy was over there. Also, a couple other things to note. Yes, this has to have 1 round, so you're gonna have to reload after every round, and it has a total of 11 rounds. And as it does, as you've seen, it's a sniper pistol. It scopes in when you use it. If you want to change that, you can probably just turn off the sniping scope in the settings. I'm pretty sure that affects this too. But if you don't like the sniper scope, it's not that bad. It doesn't zoom in that far, and the effect when you hit that headshot is really cool. Now, something else to keep in mind with Harrow that I also said was designed with him in mind. I spawn in 3 of these guys now, and I activate his 4. We're gonna let these guys charge up his 4, and then as they charge it up, the damage cap is, you know, far past here. Chain them up. Oops. Chain them up, and now you can see red crits, orange crits, yellow crits. All the criticals are pretty much is only what you're getting here when you use this with Harrow. And they're going down quite a bit faster. And on top of hydraulic crosshairs, which is at an even more critical chance. Yeah, this is working pretty well, I guess, for Harrow. And as you can see, as long as you keep hitting headshots, that headshot thing, well, now I'm out of this ability. That headshot thing will keep going on as long as you keep getting headshots. It does only last for like about 1.5 seconds before it then disappears. As you can see there. Oh no, it's about 2 seconds. Which I guess I wish could have been longer. When this first came out, I really wish I had this when it first came out, because that would have been an awesome time, because it was a little bit not worked out very well, and it was staying for about minutes at a time, so you can just have unlimited ammo for a long time. But yeah, this is pretty it's a pretty cool weapon. I think if you're in the situation to where you can use this to its fullest extent, it is very useful. But if I spawn in just a bunch of these guys, so let's go for... Okay, the good example would be I was leveling this on Hydron and Sedna, so I'll just spawn in a bunch of Grenier units. So like 3 Butchers, give me just like a bunch of Lancers. What else spawns on Hydron? It's Hydron, yeah. Maybe like 1 Heavy Gunner. We can... What else? A couple Scorpions. And maybe like a Shield Lancer or 3. And then you spawn these guys in. And then now we actually have a bit of a interesting bit here. I did not know they all go up here. Now. Okay, interesting. So yeah, well, I can chain all these guys up if it even allows me to. And as you can see, well, firstly, okay, I did not mean to spawn these guys in at level 110. That was an accident. So like, let's say you like at the average level, which is about where Hydron and Sedna is about 30 to 40 for like higher-ish end content. So if I'm gonna bring this down, let's see, let's go to 34, just because I feel like it. And we go ahead and do this, and you can see it does pretty decent damage, and it'll go like this. However, you do have to keep getting headshots, and now the buff is gone. You have to let it rebuff again, which, I mean, if you don't have the greatest aim, unlike me, then this can get annoying. Having to reload every second. Yeah, like that. But if you can get the head, if you can just completely become aimbot, and you can just hit every headshot ever, then this weapon is definitely for you. Unfortunately, I'm not aimbot, so this weapon is not for me. Perfectly anyway. But it does work. I did find a Nox while I was leveling this, and as you know, Noxes, I think at this point I'd probably differ to say that the Nox at level 110 is probably the highest armor enemy now. And I can probably check that now. I'm not sure. I don't know the numbers on him, but I mean, as you can see, oh, there we go. Now we hit through the shell. And yeah, it's taking quite a few more bullets than it would against the heavy gunner, and you know, it's doing pretty nice damage, I guess. Almost dead. Almost there. Almost there. Come on. One more, probably. There you go. There it is again. You have to. It's like another. Again, that's the issue with it only staying for 2 seconds, is that you have to, you know, kind of refresh it every once in a while. But it's a fun weapon. I'd say if you have the resources for it, if you are able to dish out the 2 Argon and the other pretty basic resources for it, I'd say go for it. It's a pretty fun. It's a very fun weapon. But yeah, if you don't have Harrow, it is a little bit more restricting. You can probably do other frames, or just, I mean, if you don't have Harrow, let's say I'm not Harrow right now, and like just pretend I'm not Harrow and I am fighting a Bombard. You can totally use Zenuric instead, which will just keep him in the air and have his head visible, just like that. And that does, I mean, it depends on what your build is, but that does keep him in the air for a pretty long time. Maybe not as long as Harrow, but then of course with the consequence of Zenuric is that once he drops down, you're gonna have to wait for another long while to actually like be able to use Zenuric again in order to card control him again. So again, this was made with Harrow in mind for sure, like that. And yeah, so that's kind of it. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment down below. It really helps me out. I really appreciate it. Go ahead and tell me what your guys' opinions were for the Knell. I'm liking it. I just kind of wish that I had more use for it. I'd much rather stick to my your Phona Prime, or maybe like the Twin Gurkatas, Dual Toxicist, those kind of weapons. I've kind of fallen off the Vacor Murloc train. I don't know why. It's probably mainly because I don't have like a perfect build for it. If I did, I would probably use it constantly. But either way, there's better weapons, but this is still not a bad weapon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.